Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeanette Collins, and you're at Stampin' to Connect, and it's been a couple weeks since I've been on. So I want to do a card that I've been planning to do all year and failed to do it. And it is with the Happiness Abounds stamp set. Guess what? It is the cover, the featured cover. It's so beautiful. And I'm like, why haven't I made that yet? I've seen several people make it. So that is my objective today, is to recreate that card on the front. And let's see, I guess we can get going. Let me turn you down. See if I can do this correctly. Yay. Okay. This is the beautiful, beautiful cover of our annual catalog that is going to be leaving us. So like I said, this Happiness Abounds paper, I guess it's called the Hues of Happiness Suite. I believe it's on page 109. This is it. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. All this beautiful paper. It has the dies that you can cut out all the flowers if you choose. Got gorgeous, gorgeous sentiments. And yet I haven't done this card. And every time I look at this book, I'm like, oh, I need to do that. So that's what I'm doing today. Okay, so I'm not doing much stamping. The only stamping on this card is the sentiment. So that sentiment is wishing all. So it's right there. We're going to use that sentiment. I can remove my beautiful catalog. And this is that gorgeous, gorgeous designer paper. Now, out of all the papers, you know, there's just so many. And believe me, I have several packs. Even though I haven't been using it, I've been hoarding it. Raise your hand if you've done that. Okay, okay. All right, so I'm using this paper. This is what it looked like. And you can tell I have two holes there. So I just cut out those two flowers to put on the card. The back side is this beautiful oil painting wash that we all love. And then, of course, there's this paper. We're going to use it too. And this is the back of that one. So there are just so many gorgeous papers. But these are the two that I'm using for this card, which the card calls for. Because as you can see on here, you've got two flowers. You have a stamped image in the back. You have the leaves that have been cut out. You have this plain background, and that is the one that the paper I just showed you. So let's get started. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to bring out what we'll need, and I am going to die cut for you. All right. I have already, like I said, cut out those two pieces, the yellow and the pink. And this is the die I'm going to use to cut those out. You know what? Be able to see. Okay. Oh, and everyone, thank you for being here and watching. Like I said, I have not been very consistent. Things are going on crazy in my life right now, but hopefully it will change. All right, so that's what the die will do for that. And I've already cut out the leaves on the paper. Those are cut from that same paper that these two were on. All right, let me get my baby emboss. I keep my baby emboss right behind me, and I keep all of the plates in this zip bag. I love these bags. I even put things that, you know, I haven't finished yet, like all the pieces and things like that, back into these little plastic bags because they're very inexpensive, and I bought them on Amazon. Okay, so we're going to need the white plate, number one. We're going to need another. We're going to need a number two. And then we'll use the top one for number 2. Okay, so that's all we're going to need of those. Let me get this on here now. We can only do one at a time. Now, when I did this before, of course, you can put the paper with the leaves on it and get those cut right away because you'll have 2 different dies for those. So that will help speed up your die cutting because I know this is time consuming. And actually what I did when I started die cutting these, I just cut those papers, you know, along the colors and just die cut till I was tired of die cutting because I wanted to have a lot to work with. Okay, so here we go. Run it through. Now I'm going to run it back through. It's just my habit. You can do it however you want, but I like to work at it from this angle. Okay, so we have one cut beautifully right there. And we'll do the second one. If you have not purchased this paper, the entire suite is still available on the last chance list. This entire suite will be retiring. And all of our papers that are in the annual catalog, the designer series papers, are retiring once the new catalog goes live. So, but this entire suite, that means the dies, the stamp, paper, jewels, all that stuff. It is available. I don't think any of it is on sale, but it's in the last chance. So just kind of gives you an incentive. If you didn't get it, you may want to go pick it up. All right, so we've got these 2, and now we're done. Oh, no, we're not done with the die cutting. Okay, we're done with that one. The other thing that let me show that picture again. That catalog card has are these little, I call them like notebook spirals, you know, that you would have a sheet of notebook and you tear it out. That's what that is. And we have a die for that in this set. So I have a piece of paper. Oh, and don't worry about the sizes because I have them written up and it will be on my blog right after this is finished. If you're watching this, you can already find it on my blog. And my blog is Stampin to Connect. Okay. So the die is this. Okay. Now the thing you have to watch on the little die, get it where it's focusing, is that you want this line where it's here. I'll just show it. Where it is off the paper, like so. This way, you see how I've got it off? There's a ridge there, and you want to put it there so it will cut and leave those little spaces. If you don't, then it's just going to look just like this die does. Okay, let's see if I can leave it like that. Okay, I need washi tape. We'll put washi tape on it. That's the best thing for me. Hopefully you've gotten your new catalog. I have yet to receive mine, but I've seen it online. If you're a demonstrator, you get to see everything early. So I encourage you all to become a demonstrator because it is quite fun. You don't have to do videos. You don't have to do home parties. You don't have to do, any kind of meetups. You can be a hobbyist and get your 20% and continue to enjoy Stampin' Up stuff. Okay, now you can see how I've got that little edge showing. Put it on my baby emboss. Get that other plate on here. Okay, here we go. getting back through. Okay, let's see how it turned out. Come on. Oh, it's perfect. So cute. I'm being careful with my washi tape. You know, washi tape doesn't have a lot of tack, but if you sometimes pull it too fast, it will pull that. Oh, like right there. I could feel that it pulled it just a little bit. Ah, it's good. It didn't tear it. Okay, so we're done with that. That's so fun. So fun. I believe that's all I needed to die cut. So I'm going to put my plates back in my little bag. And then close this up and put it on the shelf behind me. Whoa, I'm sorry for the loudness. Okay, that's done. All right, now, guess I've got my place clean. Should I look at that card again? Because I know that Stampin' Up puts, I don't know, what are they called? Recipes on a site. I mean, somewhere in our demonstrator website, but I always forget to go in there. So I just look at the cards that are in the catalog, and then of course this one on the front of the catalog, and I just put it together. So that's what I do. Now these are the other pieces I'm using. This is the card stock. This is just a regular A2 side fold. You know how that goes. All right. And we're going to put this one that it completely covers the front. Just like that. Isn't it gorgeous? Now let's look at that card again. See which way they did it. Ah, they've got the blue on top. Now when I found, this is that paper, what I did, because I wanted to copy this front exactly. So this is called casing. Copy and share everything. Case, yes. And you know, a lot of people get kind of all upset that you're copying something exactly, but I don't look at it that way. I think that Stampin' Up puts things out there so that we will try them. And you know, the only thing I won't do is if I buy a kit or buy someone's design, I won't copy it unless they give me permission to, like my upline. She doesn't mind. Okay, now I'm going to use my glue to get this on. So that's the only thing I do. But everything in the catalog, it's like, you know, if you don't know where to start, that's the best place to start. It's in that catalog. Oops, I better put this back where it belongs. See what I do? I put my little ball straight pin right there so I'll know where it is every time. Then I have one for every bottle. Okay, and also this glue, you can use as fine of an amount as you can. It's better to, because the other day when I was doing the envelope flaps, I don't know, I forgot something, you know, whatever. And I said, well, I'm going to let it dry completely so my scissors don't get gummed up. I don't think you can see it, but it is so fine on this card. And maybe you can see it right there. But when I let it dry up, when it was completely dry, you know what it was like? I don't know if you've ever played with it or not, but it's just like glue dots, those little fine, thin glue dots. So if you make a very, very thin streak, that's basically how it's drying. If you put a big glob, you can imagine that your glue dot will be all thick. Like it's like when you roll them up and want to, you know, put them on a bow or something. Then that's how they're thick. So please go ahead and use the the very thinnest amount. Okay, now on the, I gotta just put this catalog right in front of me so we can both see it. I think this is so much fun. Okay, there we go. Okay, so far so good. Look, it's almost exactly, well, it is exactly. Okay, let's look at what they did next. It looks to me that they stamped these leaf in images. So let me get my color, and I did look, and it is Granny Apple Green, and I already have that stamp with the 3, and then this one with the 2. So that's what we're going to use, because this one at the top is 3 and this one at the bottom is 2. So let me get a little scratch piece of paper so in case I fall off. I think it's up here. There we go. Now, to help me judge where I need to put it, well, it looks like I can just kind of put these on here and take a look, because they've got this one falling off and this one's falling off. So there'll be something like that. Okay, let's get the green and let's do the top one first. This is Granny Apple Green. Oh, I'm so glad this is not retiring. Okay. Okay, the top one. I'm going to just ink this up. All right, and we're going to put it about right here. And beautiful. Okay, and then the next one will be down here. It's the larger leaf. So let's do that one. I encourage you to go do this right away, or else you're going to be like me. You're going to start playing with all the new stuff, and if you haven't made this card, you're going to be going, why didn't I make that card? It's so pretty. Okay, this one's going right here. That's how I feel about all of this paper. It's like, what am I doing? I know, I'm hoarding it because it's so beautiful. All right. That's the end of that. That's all I needed. And now I can, let's see, we're going to place these, but let's place these after we get the flowers on. I want to put the flowers on with dimensionals. I think I'm going to put this one on. This one could almost go flat. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to put this one flat. So just a very, very tiny, look how, see how skinny? Look, no blobs. No blobs, as thin as you can, because like I said, when it dries, it looks like a glue dot. Okay, let's put this one here. Okay, and now we'll put this one up on dimensionals. Come on. Yeah, and I've decided that I'm going to change my strategy a little bit, because since I am so hit and miss, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with one stamp set for a week. This way, my area won't be so full of confusion. Okay, put this one here, because it's also like kind of across, I mean, laying over. So they're both laying over this little card. See? Okay. And then we take these and put them in. Now I'm going to, first of all, now let's take a pencil and just kind of curl them up. I like to do that, or you can curl them down, either way. Just give them some little tiny dimension. Actually, what I did is I curled both ways, and it works. Okay, and I'm going to use my glue right there. push this one in here. Needs to go over here. That looks good. There. All right. I could have done that with this one too, is to roll those in maybe, or roll them up. Should have done it earlier. Now let's just do it a little bit. Okay, that's good enough. And then this one will go over here. You know, the real artists like the Van Goghs and all those guys, when they were practicing art, they were basically copying each other on methods and techniques, but just some got better than others. So I think it's okay. All right, that's pretty. Okay, so I have the card. I have the front. This is ready to go. Look at that. And I need to put my wishing you all. So let's get that ready. Here's the stamp. And here's my white cardstock. Let's get that. And it's done in Melon Mambo. The stamp is wishing you all the happiness you can imagine, which is such a beautiful sentiment. Okay. Now I may have to go and cut this a little bit. And I'm going to put this, and I know why they cut it squared. What makes sense to me is because they probably didn't have the die or whatever that went with this yet. Because sometimes that happens where they get it so early. Let's see. I think I'm going to put it right there. Ah, look at that. So pretty. And now, yes, I will cut it down because I want the same amount of space. They have a little bit more on each side, but it's okay. Okay, close my ink. And I'm going to get my, oh, I don't know if I can get it all on this desk. I think I'm just going to stand, I'm going to be right behind over here to get this cut. Oh, that was close. Let's see what I mean. I cut it really close to wishing. It needed a little more space, but you know, if it's something like that, you can redo if it really bothers you, but you can read it also. I think that's good. All right, and let's put dimensionals on this. I believe, put it right there. Okay. Those dimensionals. See, I think I need the dimensionals more in the middle. Maybe at the bottom here. One on this side too. Okay. So let me know in the comments if you have made this card because you thought it was so pretty and you did a case on it, even if you changed it a bit, let me know. And if you're going to be sad that it's leaving us, go buy the paper. Buy the stamps. That is so beautiful. Okay, there we go. Now you can either glue this on top, which I tend to do because I like mostly flat cards. But for today, I'm going to go ahead and lift it up. I'm going to just put 1 in the morning, 1 in the middle, and 4 in the corners. 1 in the corners. How's that? Okay. And below in the description, I will have information about where to find my blog so you can get the measurements of all of this. Okay, I'm putting it right. I believe it's just right in the middle. Oh, it makes me so happy. Card making makes me happy because it's very relaxing to do. Now, have that. That looks, I think, close. Very, very perfect. Ta-da! And they have the bling on there. We will get to that. On the inside, what I thought I would do, because you know you can do the insides however you want, but I have another piece of this beautiful paper. It's the back side of the little pluses. I'm going to glue this one on to give my white something to pop off of. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down now, and then I'm going to stamp on this one. Did I remember what to pull a stamp for it? I don't know. Looks like I forgot. Very thin. Okay. Just about done. Okay, and you look at the corners and see how the corners kind of line up. And then you look all the way around to see if the edges are pretty close. There. Now let's stamp something on here. See, the front is saying wishing you all. I think we need to put happy birthday or congratulations or something like that. And my stamps. We'll use congratulations. Wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. Or we can just do the little happy birthday. I always need birthdays. Okay. It's another thing I've really, you know, this craft room, my craft room can get messed up so fast. I mean, and I have separated, you know, what is retiring and all that stuff, but I keep all my sentiments usually together. Like if they're all mostly sentiments on the stamp set, so I don't have to be looking for them. Let's put this in the Melon Mambo. I love red rubber as well because they're so beautiful. They stamp so beautifully. Oops. That one didn't stamp so beautifully. Let's try it again. A little speck there. I know why, probably because I'm holding it wrong. What is going on? Look. Need to practice, I guess. I think my stamp is got a little something on it, so I'm going to have to choose another one. Let me get another card. And let's see. I have Go-To Greetings, which I love this set too. So I can do a pretty happy birthday on it. Let's use the mid. Happy birthday, if I can find it. Looks like I've got it out. I'm going to use it. Is that going to be too big, though, when I cut it down? Yep. Okay, this is a thank you. We'll just use thank you. Come on. Oh, goodness. Okay, got it. Let's try this again. Again. Okay. There, it's beautiful. Yeah, I think I had something on that stamp, so I'll just need to clean it real well. And then it hopefully won't do that next time. Now, the other thing I've got to do, what my plan was, this is just a regular 4.5 by 5.5. So I've got to cut this one down too. So excuse me again. Excuse me. Get this done. Oh, and I've got to do, okay, so 4, 4, 4, 4. So I need to do an 8 on this side, 8 on the other, and then 5. I believe it's correct. 5 and 4. I had to, yep. Oops, looks like I need to go a little smaller. A little smaller down there. Let me do it again. And again, I'll have the exact measurements on my blog, so you can go there and look. But I just thought this gave, instead of, since it's a white card, just putting a little something behind the greeting is nice. I'm not going to glue this on because I want to go ahead and make the border all the same, and I can tell I'm a little short here, so I'm going to redo that. But let's put the bling on there and we're done. Took a little longer than I wanted to. Okay, where are you? That is missing. I'm going to put these 2021 to 23. Boy, those are really old. I'm going to put these because they're yellow. They look yellow to me. I'm going to use them. I know we had some different jewels for this set that came with the suite, but they're not here right in front of me. So I'm going to use what's in front of me. Let's go here. And I like to put some things pretty close to each other, and then they have these little bitty ones. Actually, what I like to do is put one on the greeting. 1, 2, 3. I think that's plenty. There we go. All right, guys. Let me know what you think, and get that card done. Oof. Get your cards done. Get them in the mail. Happy Easter to everyone, which is tomorrow. And I'll be back with another Hues of Happiness card, okay? So let me know if you've made this card that's on the front of our annual catalog. And I'll talk to you again. Thank you. Bye. Let's see.